Hiya, darlings! This is Hololive English Advent's Devilish Diva, the one and only Nerissa Ravencroft! Hi! How are you, jailbirds? How are you? I just woke up. You miss me, I miss you. You have no idea. Yeah, I haven't seen a Nerissa Ravencroft stream in a bit either. I've been on streams, but me just being able to stream by myself, that hasn't happened in like, it feels like 5 years. It feels like it's been 5 years. But I'm here, and now that it's a little more, I'm a little more able to. I know it's been difficult when I do chatting streams because I haven't really been able to talk about what I'm up to or talk about what's going on, and I still can't talk about everything, but I wanted to tell you about some fun things that have happened recently. So I can't even remember the last time I joined one of your streams. Wow, so mean. Currently though, before we actually get into things, since I just started, we'll wait and see if more people want to roll in. Bro, I really want to eat. I really want to eat a certain kind of food, and I ordered from a food place before, right? So I'm going into my my app that I order food in, and I'm trying to find the restaurant I ordered from, but it's not in my order again list. I think it's been too long since I ordered there that they removed it. And it's not popping up. I even went to the type of food it was, it didn't pop up, so I'm like, maybe they're not open yet. I don't know. Was it Culver's? Bro, I wish I could eat Culver's. I wish I could eat Culver's. I think once I'm back home, that's... It's not open yet, maybe. Yeah, maybe, because they must have known that I really liked it, because they put it at the top every single time. But usually they still show me things even if they're closed, so I'm like, what's going on? I'm not sure. Culver's misses me? God, yeah. Where is this restaurant? It was so tasty. I really wanted to eat there again. But that's beside the point. Me crying about food, I feel like that's becoming an everyday occurrence. So apologies in advance for that. Thank you guys for putting up with it. Congrats on getting second in the spelling bee. Thank you. I did my best. I was actually really surprised. Honestly, though, I wish I hadn't been trying to take it so seriously, but also I felt like I got pretty easy words, like professional. Kumquat. I didn't know that one. I had never heard of it, like, genuinely. And I would have spelt it with a C, so I was like, I probably shouldn't do that. But now I know, and now I will never forget. I will never forget how to spell kumquat. I still don't know what it is. I don't know what it tastes like, but yeah. Anyways, I have a really... So, I heard Fuamoko talked about it, so I wanted to talk a bit about it. We went to Joypolis, and that was really fun. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god, Joypolis. Excuse me. And so I was really excited because I haven't gone to like one of those like theme parks in a long time. But it was such an interesting experience because I don't know if they talked about some of the rides we went on, but we went on this one that was like a rhythm game and a roller coaster, and I had really high expectations. Like, I thought like the rhythm game was gonna happen while we were doing the roller coaster part, you know? So like we're gonna be going through and then like things were gonna show up and like glow and we would have to hit them. I was like so like pumped up because I had like, I don't know, I had really high expectations for some reason. Basically, the first half of it was a rhythm game. So you go through, and then it goes really slow, and then it stops at screens, and then you play a little rhythm game. One of the songs was one of my favorite Sonic songs. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. I need to play Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on stream sometime. I freaking love that game so much. I need to play it. I really want to play it. But yeah, anyway, so I stopped playing the rhythm game and just started singing at that point, because I was like, bro, bro, this is great. I'm hearing the iconic song. Admittedly, though, my favorite song from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is Rouge's theme, Flying the Freedom. I fucking love that song, man. Sorry for my extreme language. I have an idea for a stream. Sorry, quick side note, and then I'll go back to talking about Joypolis. I really want... Wait, what was I gonna say? I really want to do a stream where I can't swear or I have to end the stream, but I'm really nervous that I'm going to kill that immediately and swear within like 10 minutes of the stream. But maybe we'll try it. Yeah, 30-second stream. Maybe I'll try it. No swearing challenge. Impossible. But I should probably try to swear less. I should become a good girl and not swear so much. I'm sure everyone... Shortest stream ever. Hey. Hey, be nice. Be nice to me. Ugh. But, so at Joypolis, and we went on some different rides after that. It was another weird one. I was really excited, and I don't know if it's because I was with Huawa and she was scared of the ride. Oh wait, sorry. Let me finish talking about the other roller coaster. So after the rhythm game, it was just a roller coaster, and it was like a short roller coaster. So I was like really confused. So I was like, oh, okay. Okay. That's fine. And then, yeah, it was underwhelming. I was really nervous because I've talked about this before, but roller coasters are, technically speaking, I'm not supposed to ride on roller coasters. I'm not going to die from riding on a roller coaster, but technically speaking, there is the small chance that I will die on a roller coaster. It's because of my back. So technically, because my back has no flexibility, I don't remember the specifics, but I think it's not even that my back will break. I think that it's that my neck will break because there's not enough flexibility there, that if my neck gets whipped too hard, again, I don't remember the specifics of it. All I know is my doctor told me that, especially like rickety ones that like whip a lot, are very, very dangerous for me. And I definitely feel it because I 100% feel in a lot of pain sometimes after a roller coaster, to the point where I need to sit down and not ride any more roller coasters. It's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Be careful. Don't worry, I am careful. The moment I feel pain after a roller coaster, I don't ride anymore, because I'm like, okay, that's enough. But, yeah, so generally speaking, I don't really like to ride roller coasters too much, but I was like, this one's for kids, so it's probably fine. Yeah, technically all of them, even the like less quote-unquote whipping ones, they have a thing that literally says like, if you have any back problems, do not ride the roller coaster. And I'm like, tee-hee. I'm like, I'm riding at my own risk. It's fine. If I die, I die. Please don't break your neck. I'm trying. But yeah, so thankfully nothing happened. but that's beside the point. I was fine. Okay, so you don't have to worry about anything. We only rode like I think 2 coasters, and none of them caused any pain to me at all. I was perfectly fine. I've definitely said this before, so sorry for the repetitiveness. The only roller coaster I'm like scared to get on is the fucking, what's it called? It's like I think some places call it like the Tower of Terror. I'm not sure. It's like the ones that like go up really high and then come down really fast, like straight down. Those ones. I hate them. Yeah, the drop ones, because my doctor, when I was really young and first got my back surgery, he told me, so never ride those. And I was like, why? And I need to be clear, he was fucking with me, but I was also like a child, so he shouldn't have been fucking with me. He said, oh, because your spine will somehow not be able to keep up with the force of you moving down, and will hence shoot out of the back, out of your back. So like when you hit the bottom, your spine will just come out. And he was fucking with me. 100% he was fucking with me. There's no chance of that happening. But every time I think about it, I can just very, very detailed physically see myself going down, and then from the force of it stopping, my spine somehow popping out of my back and me just being like dead. And it's terrifying. So I cannot ride Tower of Terror type things. I cannot ride the drop ones. Like I know that won't happen. I know he was messing with me, but still, he shouldn't have messed with me. A Mortal Kombat style death, exactly. Yeah, I watched enough Final Destination to know that I would be the person that actually does happen to. Like some weird circumstance is gonna happen that makes that actually happen, and I don't want that. Yeah, he definitely made sure I'll never ride a Tower of Terror, but those aren't the ones that actually hurt. I don't ride them anymore since that, obviously, but the ones that do hurt me are like the rickety older ones, or like the ones that like move around like a lot, like because those ones just whip my neck and it's really painful. And I don't like it. But yeah. You know how to be safe though. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm like, oh, if there's any pain, I'm not going to ride anymore. And I won't ever ride that roller coaster again. Because it's just not worth it. You know, like I go to an amusement park to have fun. I don't go to an amusement park to like, it's not like, I go there to have fun, you know? I don't go there to like be like, wow, my neck really hurts now. And there's plenty of things to do at an amusement park, and I'll be honest, my favorite things in amusement parks are the fucking carnival games and food. So back to talking about Joypolis now, back on topic now that I've had my back is injured forever permanently rant. So then we got on this different one that was also a game. I think all the roller coasters at Joypolis might have been games. I'm not sure, but we only really rode 2 like coasters, and that's the vibe. That's the vibe I got. So this one, it was like one of the ones that goes like back and forth and then sometimes like spins, and you have to like step on the ground at a specific one. So I was riding it, and you basically, because it was like a game, you had to team up. And the higher the points you get, the more you spin basically. So it's kind of like an incentive. If you like the spinning, you have to do good. You have to do better. You simply can't be normal, you know? I was with Fuawa, and she was screaming the whole time. Screaming the whole time. And yeah, that was very cute. I thought we were doing really good. We got like last place out of all the teams. But I was taking the game. I was like, ooh, yeah. You separated the twins? Hey, yes. Because Mokoko didn't want to be with Fuwawa because she knew she would lose. She said,
Nerza, take her. Nerza, take her. I'm gonna go with Shiori, okay? Will you take Fuwawa? Are you sure, actually? Do you want to be with Fuwawa? Fuwawa might lose.
It was cute. I think Mokoko, because she's a gamer, you know? Moko-chan is a gamer. So Moko-chan, at the end of the day, wants to win. As to where I think Fuwawa, it likes to have fun. So, good impression, Bao Bao.
Bao Bao.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, oh wait, that actually sounded like Mokoko for a second. I'm not good at impressions, so I'm no ERB. I'm no herb. Yeah, Moko-chan has a gamer soul, and so does Shiori, because they did really good. So now, honestly, I don't really remember a lot of the other rides that we went on after that. But I do remember one thing that I want to talk about. It was called the Fortune Forest. And I know Fuwamoko already talked about this, but this is my story. So listen up, because I couldn't stop thinking about it the whole time after they told me about it. So Fuwawa was like,
oh, you know, we should go to the Fortune Forest. Usually, like, it's pretty open, so, like, maybe we should go there.
So I was like, oh, Fortune Forest. Something about that sounds like it was made to appeal specifically to me. Because I've told you guys this a little bit. I really like fortune telling. Do I necessarily, like, I love tarot. I love, like, I love fortune telling, okay? So, do I believe it? No. However, I really like the fun of, like, fortune telling. Like, I do tarot readings. I'm not good at them, but I really enjoy them. And sometimes I'll be honest, when I do, like, tarot readings for myself, I'm like, shit. How did the cards read me? But I also know that, like, I'm reading it for myself, so I'm like, I'm probably just adding context into the cards based on what I'm getting and catastrophizing. So anyways, I was like, oh, so this is made specifically for me. Like, this Fortune Forest thing is made specifically for me. So we get in, and basically they give you this crystal, and it was over for me right here. I was like, this is my favorite thing. This is my favorite thing we're going to do here, is the fucking Fortune Forest. So I'll tell you the generalness of the game so you can understand how it works. So you have to fill in some information about you, and throughout the thing, it basically asks you some questions. And then you have to pick a crystal, right? So you have to pick a past, present, and future crystal. And then after that, you go to the last room, and you get your fortune, okay? We realized, as we're going through, and there's a lot of other places you can put the crystal to like look in and see this little part of like this secret forest world, you know, and it's like it's so cool. Okay, it's so cool. It's like I was enjoying myself deeply. Okay, so then we all get all of our stones, and then we go over and we look over, and there's this thing that says two people must, it's something along the lines of like two people must hold hands, and like you have to, how do I describe this? You have to hold hands, and then there's two crystal balls, and you have to put your free hands on the crystal balls and hold hands, and then it's supposed to open up like a secret pathway for you. So I was gonna fucking lose it, okay? I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna fucking lose it. I said, oh my god, I need to get in there. So me and Shiori tried, and nothing happened. So we held hands, we put our crystals in, we held hands, and then we put our hands on the ball. Nothing at all happened. The door didn't react. It just said put your hands on the crystal balls and hold hands. Nothing happened. It didn't tell us to go away. It didn't tell us anything. But then when Fuwamoko did it, it said, leave, you are not welcome, get out now. So many other people came by and tried to get in here, and it didn't work for anyone. And like, that was a thing. So we basically were like, okay, so you have to be there's certain specifications you have to do to actually get in, which is like you have to be in a group, so you have to be there with someone else, and you have to have like entered as a duo. So you can basically go around and do it alone to go get the thing, or you can do it with someone else and then get in. But then after that, there's also specific stones you have to get. It didn't register for, no, it did register them as as two people, but they actually entered as a duo, which is why they actually got a response, because they were actually qualified to enter. So basically then we're like, okay, we get the vibe. So I told them, so then we left. We didn't get to go in. No one made it into the room in the time that we were there. But the moment we left, I was like, before we leave, we need to figure out how to get in that room, and we got to go back, because I'm so for real right now. I will be thinking about this until the day I die if you do not help me get in there now. I was like, for real, this is about to be my new obsession. So we Googled it. You can't find any information about what's in there online. You can't find any pictures. You can find a guide on how to get in, but everyone's very good about keeping the secret. So I also will not spoil what is inside the room or necessarily how to get in there, because you can just Google it, but you have to Google it on Japanese Google, okay? So good luck if you ever come to Joypolis. But like I was like literally going crazy. I was trying to Google it on my phone. Fuamoko Googled it for me, and we eventually figured out, we're like, okay, so this is what you have to do to get in this room. How did you use Japanese Google? Because I'm in Japan. What do you mean? So we end up going through, we find this guide. First try of doing it a second time, we get in. We get in to the room, and I was happy as a clam. I was so happy. I was so happy. I was so excited. I was having the time of my life, and I left, and immediately once we left and we got our last fortunes, Fomoko were laughing at me, and then they started repeating what I had said before, because you guys know me at this point. I love a little bit of dramatics. And it's not that I'm playing it up to be like annoying or something, but sometimes I just feel really, really strongly about things, you know? Like sometimes I just feel really strongly about things. I probably shouldn't be, but I just feel really strong, you know? And I genuinely felt like if I didn't get to go in the secret room, I would be so depressed about it, and I would never forget about my disappointment. So like they were laughing. This was after we went, and they helped me get in. They did everything that an amazing good friend would do, and I was really happy about it. And so they helped me get in, and I was very grateful. But then they laughed after they were repeating what I said. They're like, "You would never forget it if you didn't get to go in. You would keep thinking about it. We hope you won't keep thinking about it now." It was funny. Like I was laughing my ass off, because like they were right. Like I was taking this really seriously. Like we were waiting in line for like some other kind of like more horror themed ride. And I was like, bros, we need to figure this out. I need to enter this room. So, are you still thinking about it? Yeah, I am. But like in a good way, because I got to go in the secret room. Like, you have no idea so Mokoko was my partner, and we did it together, and we had to kind of like, we figured out what stones we needed to get, but then we needed to try and guess, because there was a lot of stones that looked the same. So basically you're on a screen, and for context, it doesn't just like give you them in a line. They're like in a little water puddle. So what you have to do is, it's a screen. You have to like mix them up, so the orientation can be different every time. So you have to be able to get in this room, you have to get certain stones. And so we had to like guess. We had to be like, I think it's this one. I think. Yeah. So it's like there's so many stones that apparently the chance is like pretty low for you to be able to get in. it's like pretty low, like for you to be able to get in. And even if you find them, you have to kind of get both to be able to actually guarantee that you are going to actually get in the room, because you could find one of the stones as a duo, but it only gives you like a 60% chance of getting in, so theoretically you can still get turned away. And then if you get the second one, though, it's a 90% chance, but in tandem with the other stone, if you have both, it makes it like you were guaranteed to get in. And not only, I think I managed to get one of the stones, and Mokoko managed to get both of the stones somehow, even though I already had one. I don't know how it worked, but she did it. Amazing. Slay queen. I love you. So it was so funny because she already decided, she's like, I don't want to do it again, which is totally valid. So she's like, I'm gonna go do something else. And I was like, okay. But Fuwawa and Mokoko were like, we'll come with you, don't worry. But Fuwawa, because of that, then she didn't have a partner. So we're standing there, we have our stones, we follow the specifications, and then we put our hands on the things, we're holding hands, and I'm hoping so hard that this shit works. And the door opens, and Fuwawa's like, I'm coming with. So like the door opens for us, we're like cheering, we're like, yeah, Soundhounds moment, certified Soundhounds moment. And yeah, I was really happy. I was like, literally, I think it's called Fenrir's Cave. I was so happy, because I'll be honest, I would never do this, but in my heart, when we couldn't get in, I was so ready to jump the entrance door and go in just so I could see, because I was literally gonna go insane. I would never, to clarify again, I would never actually do something like that, but in my inner child wanted to do that. I wouldn't have, but I wanted to really bad. I was like, I need to know, you have no idea. Taurus thoughts. Exactly. Like, that was my, like, that, yeah. Fenrir? Like, the hound from, yeah, that Fenrir. Risa will stop at nothing to find out. No, the intrusive thoughts didn't win, because I did the adult thing. I figured out how to get in, because thankfully it wasn't random. Like, that was my fear, was that it was genuinely completely random. But I was like, there's got to be something to this, because I feel like usually they will do something to make it, you know, so it's not completely random. I just don't know how people figure that shit out. Like, how do you find that out? How many times do you go to Joypolis and go through the forest and test all the different stones to be like, yes, these are the two that get you in. This one has a 60% chance, and this one has a 90% chance. Like, that's insane. I think I found out how on Google. Good for you, Zawa. Now you need to go. You need to go to Joypolis and do it, because it's so worth it. But you need a friend. So anyways, the point is, I feel like stuff is discovered by luck. Yeah, but the fact that it's two different stones and they both have different chances, it's insane. But yeah, so many people were trying to enter. So many people were trying to enter, and none of us could get in. I think none of them officially entered, like, as a group the way that you needed to. Because, again, you need two people. You can't go to separate kiosks and, like, do your thing. You have to go to the duo kiosks and do the things together. Or else it won't work. Because, before, what we were doing is we were all randomly trying with each other. But, like, you actually need a friend. So, like, for example, you can't be with someone and then have someone else come in and, like, manage to get both of the stones and then be like, oh, let's just go in together. Like, you have to enter as a duo. Okay, I'm flying to Japan. You'll have to. Please go to Joypolis and go to Fortune Forest and get into the Fenrir's Cave so you can tell me how much you also enjoyed it. Thank you. Gonna have to find a buddy, right? That's such a mood, actually. I was really glad in that moment that I had the beautiful, amazing, talented, wonderful Fuamoko with me. who were willing to satisfy my obsession. My obsession with the Fortune Forest. Well, luckily, I think they enjoyed the Fortune Forest too. So like, it was like a dual. Because I think they had said they're like, we've never actually been in there either. So like, it was also their first time. And I think not to sound like, I think my overexcitement for it made them want to also do it. I think because Full and Local are amazing, but they also, I feel like, excite pretty easily when people around them are excited. So I think when they saw how excited I was and how like genuinely I really wanted to go, and I think they also got really excited too, and they're like, we're gonna make it happen. So I love them so much. I was so happy. Because like, I'm for real, I don't know if I'm stupid or what, I could not find anything on American Google when I looked up Joypolis Fenrir's Cave. I couldn't find anything. And it's not like, I think the translation in I think the original Japanese doesn't directly translate to Fenrir's Cave. That was what they had written in the cave. So, but yeah, my point is, it's amazing. Let me quick thank this super chat before it disappears. Oops. Kyle Paul, thank you for the pinky you sent early. You might find this preposterous from a professional kumquat eater, but you have a wonderful derriere, my kami oshi. Thank you so much, Kyle. I'm glad you guys appreciate my ass. I posted this yesterday to quick deride from what we're talking about with Joypolis. I couldn't get over. I was like, derriere. And I was like, oh. But I was sitting there and all I could think of was I'm weary from tearing you a new derriere from here to Red Square. From the Epic Rap Battles of History, where they have a ton of like Russian historical people against each other, and I'm like, the amount of times that I have watched this specific one, because I mentioned this a bit too. You guys know that Brorisa Malthus II is obsessed with Rome, and he's mostly a Roman buff, but he likes Greece too. I studied Greeks and Romans, and I really love our boy Alexander the Great, like as a historical figure. I think he's really interesting. So when I saw that they did, I was like, OMG, Alexander the Great, let's go. But then they're like, it's not the one with all the Russians, actually. Sorry, it's the one with Ivan the Terrible versus Alexander the Great. Narissa, can you ever do a rap battle with someone? Maybe, but I don't know if I can write a rap. I've never had to do that before. But yeah, so we had a pretty schwanky time at the Joypolis. We also decided to try, there was like a lot of like themed Dippin' Dots for like the Hollow Girls. And so we were like, we need to try all of them. So we did. And they came with little things. They came with little things for us. You say schwanky? Yes, I did. So yeah. What was your flavor? We got all of them and tried them. When it comes to Dippin' Dots, though, I'll be honest, I really like the cotton candy flavor. And they had cotton candy, thankfully. So I think Luna's flavor was cotton candy, and I was like, this one's the best. But that's because I already know I like it. You know, I tried all of them though, and they were all very good. I was very happy to have some Dippin' Dots because I haven't had them in a long time. Not Choco Mint. I think Suisei's was Choco Mint, but it was interesting because I don't know. It was kind of interesting. It was like Choco Mint, but then it had like Ramune mixed in. And for me personally, I don't really like Ramune flavor. So I really liked that there was chocolate and mint, but then the soda flavor kind of, for me, I can see how some people would like it, but for me, I was like, Lamune, why are you here? But it was still really good. All of them were really good. But I will say, I got tricked by Joypolis, and I would like to file a formal complaint, and for not legal reasons, but just for clarification, this is 100% a joke. So it's Joypolis is kind of like, it's like Sega, right? So they have like food, right? And I saw that they had a chili cheese dog on the menu. Okay? And I was so pumped. Because I was like, Sega, Sonic. And you know what Sonic likes to eat? Chili cheese dogs. And you know what I like? Chili cheese dogs. Because they're not that common. Honestly, I feel like finding a chili cheese dog in hell is like fucking impossible. Like, I know one place in the whole of hell where I can go in public and like order a chili cheese dog. And that is Dairy Queen. I don't know why it's so hard, because like a lot of places just don't serve hot dogs, TBH. But anyway, so I was really excited because I was like, I'm in Joypolis, I'm in the Sonic place, is gonna be like a really good chili cheese dog. So I get my chili cheese dog, and there's no cheese on it. And as it turns out, you have to pay 50 yen more for the cheese. But the thing is, the picture, it doesn't say that. It says that in really tiny text. So Fuamoko didn't notice it. I didn't notice it. And it on the main picture of it shows it with cheese. So no one's going to go and read the small text and be like, oh, what does this thing say? Oh, you have to pay 50 yen. Because I would have happily paid more for cheese. But Japan sometimes can be a little difficult with like getting things changed. And there was a really long line, so it's not like I could just go up and be like, hey, here's 50 cents, can you just like quick put some cheese on this? Like, I would have to get back in line, wait, and then ask, and they would probably say, no, sorry, since we already gave you it, we can't do that. It's like, it's weird. Like, sometimes I was somewhere and I wanted to order a side of cheese, because they literally sold, like, cheese with things. So I was like, can you just, like, add the worth of, like, cheese? And they're like, no. We don't sell cheese by itself, so we can't do that. You have to order the thing with cheese. And I was like, okay. I guess I will, but, that was before I had ordered. I didn't know that my chili cheese dog was not going to come with cheese, and I had to pay extra for the cheese. Yeah, it's really hard when you have to do something that's off script in Japan. So usually I won't bother with it if something has gone wrong, because like no one really knows what to do. So they're like, this isn't how it was supposed to go. We did everything we were supposed to do. What do you mean you want this thing that's not regular? No. Yeah, like was it still good? No, honestly. I think I'm too used to, like, Costco hot dogs. I feel like Japanese hot dogs are really, really different from what I'm used to. So, it was fine. It was fine. It was very edible. It was good. But, like, when I think of a hot dog, I think of a nice, thick sausage that's, like, that's like, has a certain kind of color. I feel like hot dogs here look very different. And to me, I feel like they're like thinner, they're like really thin, and they're kind of like a different color than I'm used to. So for me, when I look at them, I'm like, I don't really like hot dogs anyway. I already don't really like hot dogs, but this doesn't look like the hot dogs I'm used to. So now I'm more apprehensive about it. I'm not sure if I want this hot dog. I'm not sure if I want it. Guys, we're just talking about hot dogs. Calm down. We're just talking about hot dogs. Why are you being so perverted? But yeah, I'll be honest. I don't like hot dogs because I think growing up, the way you're supposed to eat a hot dog is you're supposed to like grill it on the grill, you know, so it gets like nice little grill marks. Microwaving it, like if you have a microwave corn dog, sure, but I feel like this is my opinion, 100% the worst way you can cook a hot dog is to boil it. It's disgusting. You have stinky hot dog water. The hot dogs taste weird. It's just gross, okay? It's just gross. My parents didn't want to grill the hot dogs, so they would always boil them. So every time, all of my associations with eating hot dogs, unless there was like an actual barbecue going on, is boiled hot dogs and like having to go pull the hot dog out of the hot dog water, dry it off, and then put it on the bun. And honestly, I can't do it. So I really don't like hot dogs because that's my association with them. I really don't like them. I grew up with boiled hot dogs too. I get it. Thank you so much. I'm glad someone can relate to my hot dog story. But yeah, so I really don't like hot dogs. But I do occasionally enjoy a good chili cheese dog. Costco. Okay, to clarify, I don't go to Costco to eat hot dogs. I only ever get their pizza. But I mean stuff that looks like Costco hot dogs is what I meant. I'm a bratwurst girl. Me too, actually. If I'm going to go for an actual thing, because no one boils a brat. Everyone I know, when they get a brat, they're fucking putting that thing on the grill. They're putting it on the cast iron to heat it up. It's always good. No one is getting a bratwurst and putting it in fucking water and boiling it. So I actually do like those better too. What is a brat? A bratwurst. Bratwurst. It's like a really delicious sausage. It's a bratwurst. I've never heard anyone pronounce it as brat. I'm gonna go eat a brat. I'm gonna eat some brats. Anyways, that's beside the point. So I really don't like, I don't like too many sausages, to be honest. But I like bratwursts, and I'm okay with them if they're cooked on a grill, referring to them as hot dogs. I mentioned this already before too, but to clarify again, so apart from the fact that they are already disgusting because they're mostly boiled all the time, I think that's gross first. But then I think it was Camp Lazlo. It was one of those like Cartoon Network shows. I was watching it, and they like had a meltdown because they're like, wait a minute, what even is a hot dog? And then everyone looked like really scared and like disgusted, and that did it for me. After that, I was like, you know, I don't want to eat that ever again. Suddenly, I'm disgusted. And I don't want to eat those anymore. And I couldn't. For a while, I got really sick. I would get really sick if I tried to eat a hot dog because I would just think about that and like it would physically make me ill. Which I know is fucking ridiculous. So I just want to clarify. I know it's silly. I know it's over the top. I'm not trying to like sound crazy because trust me, I also know that it sounds crazy. So before anyone tries to drag me and say, wow, what a picky eater, I'm sorry, I was disgusted. Okay, I was literally disgusted. I physically could not. I physically could not, in my typical dramatic way of speaking. The rest of Joypolis, back to Joypolis, off our little hot dog rant that we got on. It was really fun. Me and Shiori, we went to this one horror themed one together. I didn't really like it, to be honest, because I couldn't understand it. Basically you had to put headphones on, and then it talked to you, and it was like ASMR horror. So you go in a room, they turn off all the lights. And then you just have to listen, but then like it'll like blow air at you, and do stuff like that. It was interesting, but like I just think it wasn't for me personally, if I'm being honest. But it wasn't bad at all. That's not the case. It wasn't bad. then, you know, like, so that was kind of spooky. It was a little spooky. I think it was like called Murder Cabin, Murder Lodge, something along the lines of that. So it was fun. But I don't know. There were some people, because like you don't just go in as like 2 people. Like it's like they take a room of people and then they send you all in and then you do it, right? So I was in there with random people and they were also foreigners, so they just like kept staring at me, and I was directly across from this guy and he just kept staring at me, and it was like, I was already kind of nervous because we're in a horror thing, but like he just kept looking at me and I was like, bro, stop staring at me. Please stop staring at me. Don't look at me. Do not perceive me. Yeah, the real horror was from being in that room with people I didn't know who would not stop fucking looking at me. Like, that's genuinely, like, that was more horrifying to me than the actual thing. Because I really don't like when people, like, stare at me without saying anything. Like, I just think it's weird. Yeah, not even prolonged eye contact, because I was not staring at him. Like, I glanced at him because I could feel that he was looking at me. And then I looked away, and then, like, I looked back later, because I was like, it feels like they're still looking at me, but maybe I'm insane. Still just, like, staring me down. And, like, I kind of was like, okay, you know, we were seated, like, across from each other. It's a pretty long table, though, and, like, we're in this room that is themed around this. You do not have to be looking at me, my dude. Creepy uncles. It wasn't an uncle. It was like a younger, not like a young as in teenager, but like a young adult. Which is what caught me even more off guard, because I was like, bro, stop fucking staring at me. Look somewhere else. Why are you at a park to stare at some random person? Stop it. And before he was blind, no, he's not blind. He's definitely not blind. Don't make excuses for someone being creepy. Don't make excuses for someone being creepy and staring at me. Scary. But you are beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I understand. And you know, it's okay every now and again to stop and stare when you see a beautiful lady, to stare respectfully. But when they've caught you like 5 times and you still won't look away, you maybe need to take a hint, you know? You need to take a hint. Yeah, it's okay to look, not to stare. You've got it. You understand. You understand. You've got it. Maybe you were the real horror. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure my horns make me stick out in public. That he was just like, who the fuck? But yeah. He was with, like, a group of people. I think they were, like, traveling as a family. So it's fine. It's all fine. It's all good. But I was just... I was unnerved from that more than I was the actual thing. More than I was the actual, like, horror thing. I was more scared of the fact that someone would just not stop looking at me. Yeah, POV, you're a pretty girl. And it's just, like... a guy, like, looking into the camera, like, not breaking eye contact. So, like, no matter how many times you look away from the screen, it's just like, wait, let me see if I can... It's like that. It's like if that was happening to you. What would you do, Jailbirds? If it wasn't me. If it wasn't me, but was instead some random person that you didn't know, and they just wouldn't look away. Wait, don't stop. Oh my god. So, we also did this other horror thing that was like, you got kind of like these, like, they weren't 3D glasses exactly, but I don't know what they were. And so it was really fun. Generally, Joypolis, highly recommend if you ever come to Japan. Super fun place. They had a lot of fun stuff going on around the venue. I don't know what to call it, around the park. So it's a really cool place. It was a lot of fun. So if that's something you're interested in, if you're interested in theme parks, it's in Odaiba. Are there any other locations of Joypolis? I'm pretty sure there's not. And it's an indoor park. It's an indoor park, which is amazing. But it's kind of close. It's kind of close to like the Gundam. So I don't know how many of you know this. I've definitely talked about this before, but I'm a big Gundam fan. I love Gundam. Now, when I say I love Gundam, I'm specifically referring to Char as Nabel. He is my baby boy. I love him. So I went to see the Gundam. The giant Gundam. But I've only watched up to Double Zeta. And I've seen G-Witch and I've seen Double Zeta. I haven't seen, or I've seen up to Double Zeta, but I couldn't get through Double Zeta. Oh my god, it was so bad. It was so bad. I just could not get into it. And so like I really needed to get to Char's counterattack because I need to know what happens to my boy Char, or Quattro Bagina, whatever you want to call him. He is my little meow meow, okay? Like similarly to how I'm obsessed with Astarion or obsessed with Aerith, I'm also obsessed with Char. Whenever I see his cute little face, I just think about him and his Zaku. I just really love him. Like for context, the way that I actually got into Gundam at all, I don't remember what the series was called, but I was watching they had released a like new Char anime where it was like showing like how he grew up, and like what kind of happened to him, and showing his backstory before starting the main UC storyline. And that was my very first thing of Gundam that I'd ever actually watched. Yeah, the origin. So I was watching this and I was fucking obsessed immediately. I was like, oh my god, I'm so invested in this character. I can't stop thinking about Char Aznable. And then suddenly I was like, okay, well, now I'm obsessed with this person. And now I need to watch all the UC timeline. But again, like, Gundam was made at a time where I felt like anime ran for really long. And it's telling a really good story, but Double Zeta is just really a hard watch, in my opinion. I need to get back on it, though, because I really need to finish off the UC timeline. Because I need to know. I need to know what happens. I need to know. Do you have any Gundam? I do have a Gunpla in my closet, but I've never built one before, so like it's a bit intimidating to start, and I refuse to buy any more until I finish my current one, because I don't want to be one of those people who buys a ton of Gunpla and has never built one before and never has the intention to actually build one because I'm too scared, and then just like has a ton of Gundam around. You know what I mean? Like you picking up what I'm putting down. I don't want to be one of those Gundam fans. If I'm gonna build it, I'm gonna get one, and then if I build it, then I'll get another one if I want another one. I think I can't find the place. I feel like okay, I'll wait eight-ish more minutes. If the place I want to eat from doesn't show up, I'm gonna get something else. Okay, wait, I'm readjusting myself. So that was Joypolis. Again, it was a really good time, and I was really happy that I could be with my girlies. It was a lot of fun. And now I have another two stories I want to tell you guys about. 2 or 3. So, I, of course, one of the things that I did was go to Onsen. Now, it's technically not an onsen in the sense of like what an onsen is, but I think they're called Sento. I'm not 100% sure, but it's like the bathhouses. So I really wanted to go to onsen, but I was having a hard time because I feel like when you just look up onsen, yes, Sento. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you. I apologize. So I really wanted to go to like a proper onsen in Japan, but for some reason whenever I look up onsen, Sento pop up, which is fine. It's fine. So I end up finding this one that looks pretty good. And the reason I liked it was because it made me think of Jimjabang back in Hell, which Jimjabang is like a Korean bathhouse. It's basically the same thing except they don't have like the outdoor natural onsen. So I was like, okay, well then I need to find something. So I ended up, I found an onsen or a Sento, and I was like, okay, this looks nice. They offer like massages and stuff. They have like outdoor baths. They have a restaurant inside. Like usually that's the thing with like Sento, right? They have the bathing area, but then they have like saunas and stuff. So I ended up going by myself. This wasn't the recent onsen trip you guys have heard about. This was just me going and doing something for and to by myself on a day I actually had off. So I went and it was so nice. A little solo adventure. I needed to leave. I needed to leave my house, you know. So yeah, I ended up heading in, and it's always nerve-wracking for the first time when I haven't been to like a bathhouse in a while to be like, oh yeah, I've gotta get naked. I've got to get naked in front of people, because I think a lot of people, they don't really like think about it because it's not something they're interested in. But obviously in an onsen or in a Sento, you're not going in and like getting a like bath to yourself. Like it's not like that. It's a public bath. There's a public bathing area. There's public baths that you go and you sit in with other people. And I always get like really self-conscious because it's like, seeing me naked, I don't want anyone to see me naked, you know. So that's too intimate. But like it's just a lot of me and other girls, so it's like, oh, it's just normal. It's just all vibes. We're all naked together, so it's like a bonding moment. So because it's not a mixed bath, you know. It's just you and other women. Or if you're a guy, it's you and other men. So it's a very safe feeling environment. So it was so nice. I just went, I laid down. I didn't lay down. I got in the bath. One of them you could lay down in, but I just kind of closed my eyes and relaxed. I was like, and yeah, so it definitely, I think it's always funny though, because sometimes in onsen, young kids are allowed in, whether they're like, if they're there with their parent, whether they're a boy or girl, they'll be allowed in the onsen that their parent is going to. So sometimes moms will bring their sons who proceed to run amok in the female onsen. And all of the girls will laugh about it because they're like running around and they're just like, hee hee. They're causing a ruckus, but they're kids, so it's cute, so it's fine. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, because like any kid in any place that is like mainly for adults is kind of like, it's nerve-wracking, right? Because you're like, oh no, are they gonna cannonball into the pool because they think it's like an actual like swimming pool, or are they gonna try to like swim around? Because technically it's deep enough, like not for me to like pretend to swim around, but like for a kid. So I can see how you go to the onsen and get really excited as a kid. How small are we talking? I think like 5 and under. They're like, it's like a very specific age range that like you have to be. I think once you're, it might be 5 or 7. I think they're like, when your kid is 7, they have to go into the other bath. They're old enough. They're old enough. Yeah, that too. I don't want to repeat what you just wrote, but like, I'm always scared because like, you know, kids, when they go to the pool for the first time, they're like, this water's warm. Now I have to use the bathroom and I'm a child. So I'm always scared. I'm like, please don't pee in the onsen. I'm sure they don't. But so whenever there's like kids, I'm like, oh no. Oh no, a child. They're gonna pee in the onsen water. Yeah. So that's my one fear. But generally they just run around and they're being cute because they're so excited for some reason. But yeah, so I was chilling at the onsen, and then I got a massage, and massages here, I don't know if you guys have ever gotten a massage in Japan, but, and I experienced this too because I got a haircut in Japan. They're really different. So firstly, slapping my hands together, firstly, when I usually get a massage, okay, usually you get naked, okay? You get naked completely, and then they cover you. You cover yourself in a towel, like a thing, and then they come in, and then they get oil, and then they start giving you the massage, right? In Japan, I think I've had two massages now, and you are completely clothed. They put towels over you. And then it feels like more like they're going for like pressure points or something. And I don't know if I like it or hate it yet. Why? I don't know. I think they don't want to like actually, I think it's just probably the way that it's built, because you can get oil massages here apparently. But like they're actually, they're not touching you. But trust me, it sounds weird. But it still works. It still does what you need it to do. But for me, I feel like the really bad knots in my back, they're just not really able to get them out. How did they massage your back? Okay, I feel like I need to clarify. My back, my spine is fused, so it can't crack. However, there is no danger to rubbing my back. You just can't go too hard on my spine. I actually need... I went to a masseuse back home not all that long ago, and he actually legitimately told me, he's like, because of where your spine is fused in such a critical area of your back, you cannot have it be cracked, basically. And because of that, because there's no flexibility in your spine, you actually need to get a massage once a week for maybe the next month, and then you can switch to every 3 weeks. And like, this guy was like a physical therapist, which is specifically like why I got him, because I'm like, please, my back is so fucked up, I need you guys to help me. Please help me, I'm dying. Rose a scammer? No, because I've got to be honest, that was the best massage I ever had in my life. Like, I've gotten a lot of massages, but like I like, we sat down, we had a conversation, I explained everything. I explained like I sit at a computer all day, so like I have a lot of tension here, and here. I have issues here, and here. And like, yeah, it was great. Like, honestly, like I was like, shit, I should go and get massages once a week. Yeah, physical therapist, exactly. That's what I was like. Was it expensive? I mean, yeah. So I really appreciated it versus just like going to like any old like massage house where they're like, yeah, we'll give you a massage. And then, like, it still sounds good. Like, it still feels good, but it's like, it doesn't really do anything for you after. Like, when I'm giving someone a back massage, like, for example, me and my sisters, when we were kids, we'd do, like, a back massage train, okay? So we'd all be in, like, a line, and we'd all give each other back massages, and then we'd turn, and then it would switch, right? So then, like, so I learned generally how to rub a back from that, you know? So even in choir, we would do, like, short back massages for a little bit, and everyone would always run to be in front of me, even though it's supposed to just be who's next to you in choir, because they'd be like, the person who sat next to me was like, oh my god, you're really good at this, that feels so good. So then someone else came the next day, and they're like, wait, I need Risa to rub my back for this little part of the choir warm up. I was like, okay, and then it kept happening. It was funny. Apparently I'm really good at it, but usually if I find a knot, I like to focus in on it to try and get it out, and I find I have a pretty good pressure, but whenever I get a massage, it feels like they just have a script that they're supposed to follow, so they don't really worry about, like, oh, there's a knot, let me get it out. They just kind of keep doing the thing that, yeah, feels good, but, like, isn't actually, like, helping much, because they're like, I'm gonna rub your hand, I'm gonna rub your arm, I'm gonna rub your leg, I'm gonna rub your thigh, I'm gonna rub your foot, now I'm going to rub your lower back, now your upper back, now your shoulders, now your head. And it's like, it's all very scripted. But whenever I go in, I'm paying so much for a massage, I'm like, no, I want you to get my knots out. I want them gone. I want this knot in my back to feel like it has gone away. I don't want you to follow a routine. I want you to do the thing that I'm paying you for and get rid of the pain that I'm having. But generally speaking, they don't. But again, that's why the one who was actually, like, a physical therapist that I went to was so great. Oh my god, because he actually, like, was, like, talking the whole time and, like, explaining what he was doing, and he was like, so you've got a lot of tension here, this is what I'm gonna do to get it out. And I was like, thank you. If you're not getting deep tissue, you're not getting anything done at all. Exactly. But yeah, I usually go for deep tissue because I like it. I like the pressure. But yeah, okay, enough about massages. So I went to a Sento. It was really fun. I spent all day there. I ate so much food. It was so great. They also had, like, massage chairs that would give you, like, a 10-minute massage for, like, $2. So, like, while I was waiting for my massage to happen, I, like, sat in the massage chair. I sat in the massage chair and I was like, wow, I'm about to go get a massage, but I'm getting a massage right now. Yeah, I really wanted to fall asleep, honestly. Then they had, like, they had actual, like, sweat rooms, saunas. So I went and I chilled in the sauna for a bit. It was so nice. But then, you want to know the funniest thing? It's been, like, hardcore rainy season, I feel like, since I got to Japan. So it's been rainy, okay? And so I just got done bathing all day. And I found out, my manager, I was like, so what is the reason that Japanese people, like, really, really are, like, set on using umbrellas, even if it's just sprinkling? And she was like, oh, well, you know, it's actually the case that, you know, like, there's acid rain everywhere, and there's a thing that people say that if you get rained on too much, due to the acid rain, it will make you go bald. And it's not everyone, obviously, but so a lot of people are worried about that. So therefore, in fear of going bald, they like to just make sure that they do. It's like an extra preventative step. And now I am scared of the rain making me bald. Have you ever just become scared of the rain balding you? Because I am. because I'm scared of it. So after I get back, and I've literally been bathing all day. I came in, I bathed, and then I did all the other stuff, and then I bathed before I left. It starts fucking downpouring. So then I got back, and after bathing all day to the point where I was like, I'm done bathing, I had to bathe again. Because I was scared of the acid rain making me bald. New fear unlocked. Exactly. Because I have an umbrella, but like it's like a in case of emergencies umbrella. So it's one that you're meant to like have for like sun protection, as well as for like an extreme emergency, you know? But I was just using that shit, you know? But yeah, it sounds like a plot of a Junji Ito manga. Yeah, the rain makes everyone go bald. Humans are super, or perhaps not so surprisingly, acid resistant, or acid rain will start doing noticeable damage to metal before it reaches the same level of acidity as your skin. Thank you. Thank you. You've made me feel a little better. I'm still gonna be worried about it though. Then what else did I want to say? Oh, one thing I really decided that I wanted to do. We talked about it while we were on vacation, but as you know, Advent plus Kelly senpai, Miss Calliope Mori, we went on a vacation together to a ryokan, because Callie also really likes onsen. I really like onsen, and I really wanted to hang out with Callie. She's super cool, and Advent wanted to go on a trip, so we decided to all go together. So you probably saw, maybe you didn't if you don't use Twitter, we did some Twitter spaces there. I did one after I flew up, because the first night the food was so good. I think my body though was not processing it, so I ended up getting sick and not being able to eat for breakfast. I felt really bad. I wanted to cry about it. So I was like, I want to go down and eat breakfast with everyone, but I know if I eat it right now, since I slept a little bit. I slept like 2 hours after I was done throwing up. Sorry for gross conversation. Jailbirds, I flew up. Exactly. And I ended up feeling better. I started eating something small. I had like some rice crackers, and then after I like felt better, I tried some ice cream, and I was able to keep that down. So I was like, okay, I'm good. If I can eat ice cream, I'm good. Because that's how you know. If you're able to eat something sweet and keep it down, then it's all good. You don't need to worry anymore. You don't need to worry anymore at that point, because it's gonna be okay. Sorry, I'm looking at food right now too, because I'm really hungry. But so we ended up having a really good time. It was so nice to hang out with Callie a bit. Callie is such a kind and nice senpai, and like I really wanted to. Obviously, everyone in Japan has been so amazing, but especially since, you know, me and Callie have a similar interest of music, and we're both very passionate about it. I guess I was really excited to get to hang out with Callie a bit and like talk. Because she has so much wisdom, and I hope that by talking to her as well, that she will impart at least a little bit of her musical genius on me. Because she's amazing. So we had a really good time. It was very nice to onsen together. And then we ate so much incredible food. Absolutely amazing, incredible food. And obviously, like, since it was all of us, it's Advent too, it was kind of our first time doing like a vacation like that together. So it was it was this really nice bonding experience for all of us. So generally, it was amazing. Dad is the father figure, I know. It was full gen bonding plus Callie. The best kind of bonding. So yeah, it was very nice. Again, I am glad to be back, because obviously I'm not like home, but I don't like being in a situation where I can't stream for too long, if I'm honest. And I was getting really antsy because obviously I feel like forever now I've been in a situation where I can't stream easily. So I felt bad. I was at the studio with my manager because I needed to record something, and I it was going so frustrating because there was a technical issue. So I was trying my best, but it kept going like badly, and I kept on having to redo it, and you can probably tell my voice sounds really tired. I have not recovered yet. I had to keep redoing it to the point where I got really frustrated. I didn't like yell at anyone or anything, but I like almost started crying in front of Manita. I almost started crying. So I was like, I need to go home. I need to go home. Because I was like, if I was home, I would have been able to do this easily. But because I'm here and because I don't have access to my own equipment, I have to do it like this, and I don't have control over the situation. You know. Yeah. It ended up being fine. Again, I was just ultimately frustrated, and I shouldn't have been. I shouldn't have let it got to me. It was good. We ended up fixing it because everyone is so amazing. The staff are so amazing, and they helped. Yeah, when there's no lays, exactly. The fact that there's no lays is what makes me cry. So I'm like, please give me some lays, it'll help. And they're like, we're sorry, there's none. I'm like, what do you mean there's no lays? What am I supposed to do with there's no Lay's chips? Please, I'll die. But yeah, so I felt really bad for getting so frustrated. I shouldn't have gotten sad to the point of crying. But again, it all ended up working out. So that's what matters, is that at the end of the day, it was fine. It all worked out. And that's what's important. Yeah, it happens. I'm sure everyone has experienced that a little bit, where they're like, they're trying their best, but something's just not working out and they're getting exhausted. So, but like I've been really wanting to stream, and I've been feeling really inspired, and I've been having a lot of like ideas of things that I'm like, I really want to do, like this stream idea, but like because I'm here, like I can't. Like, I can't, like, I've had, like, ASMR ideas. I'm like, oh, I really want to do this, but I don't have my ASMR mic. Or I'm like, oh, I really want to do this stream idea, but I'm not home. So, I wanted to also give you guys a bit of an apology that things have probably gotten a little, not only inconsistent, but just a little repetitive. It's really hard to do the things I want to do right now. Because, like, basically all I can do is I can play games and I can chat, and that's pretty much all I have the I can also do karaoke, but like honestly, my voice has been so exhausted that like I can't. Like I wish we did the karaoke yesterday, or not yesterday. When was it? What was the karaoke stream? It feels like it was yesterday, but I'm pretty sure it was like 2 or 3 days ago. I'm just too tired. I really want to do a karaoke for you guys, but I have barely any voice, it feels like. So I know all of you understand. I know all of you are so sweet to me. So I don't mean to sound like I'm complaining, because that's not the point, but I feel really sorry for you guys, and I feel very indebted to you that you continue to support me, even though I haven't been able to give you my best recently. So thank you guys all so much for your love and for your understanding in this time where it's been really fun, it's been really amazing, it's been really exciting, but it's also been a little difficult, I know, for all of us. So yeah, please continue to have patience with me, and after 3D is done, after I'm home, we'll go back to normal. So I'll keep doing my best as I can from where I am. So please keep your eye on me. Atenzo, thank you very much for the Akasupa. Take care of yourself. We love you. Thank you. I love you guys too. But yeah, The onsen trip was really fun, though. I don't want to give too many details, but we were in a really beautiful place. It was so amazing. Honestly, it was just such a fun time. Lord Tomoda, thank you for the soup. Hi, Risa, put this towards a family vacation when you get home. We can wait a little longer. Thank you. Yeah, my family is really ready to have me back, too. My sisters keep calling me all the time. So they're like, when are you coming home? It's not the same without you. It's not the same without you here. You have to come home. So, yeah. My mom really misses me too. She's like, daughter, beloved daughter. Elizabeth. Hello. Hello, Rosarians. Welcome. We are just yapping today. It is indeed what we do here. Just monitoring raid. Yeah, just monitoring. Well, let's be clear here. This is just for the sake of monitoring, right? I want to go into the last story I have that I really wanted to tell you guys about. I really, really, really wanted to buy a yukata, okay? So after going to the onsen, they had what are called nemaki at the ryokan onsen that we were at. Every time you go to one of these, they're basically going to give you like a lounging yukata, which is called nemaki. So they're basically, it's just simple. It's pretty much just a robe, and then they give you like a little thing, but it has the appearance of yukata, right? And then they have a haori that you can wear with it. It's very, very, they're very nice. I really like them. So I decided I really wanted a nemaki, okay? So I started looking and I was like, where can I find one? No, they're not silk, they're cotton, because like obviously they have to be used between guest to guest. You wear them down to the baths, you'll wear them down to like the eating areas and stuff, and generally wear them around the ryokan, but they're not really made for going outside because they're not like a proper yukata or anything, you know. So I was like, okay, you know what? I want to buy nemaki. So I talked to my manager because I'm like, I'm not really sure where to go to buy nemaki. Yeah, it's literally sleepwear. So I was like, I really want to buy nemaki because I want one to take home, because there's never going to be basically any situation in hell where I'm going to need to wear I'm basically never going to be in a situation where I need to wear a yukata, and yukata are not as difficult to put on as kimono, but they're still not easy to wear. So I was like, I want a nemaki because they're actually really comfortable and like they're nice to wear around the house. Like they're really cozy. So I was like, okay, I want one. My manager was like, I don't know. I don't know where to get that. I don't know where to get that. And so she Googled it a little bit and she's like, okay, I think this looks right. So it seems like we can just go to like regular kimono shops and they might have nemaki. So we end up going to like, we had like an all day outing after my really stressful recording session. And so we go to a kimono shop that has yukata too, of course. And we're like, hey, do you have nemaki? We're looking for nemaki. And they're like, every single place we went to said, no, we don't. Why would we have nemaki? Why would we have nemaki? But so the first place, it was more of like a fashion kimono place. So like they were more like fashionable designs. The ladies were so nice, and they told me about something that made me go, okay, I can probably do this anywhere. They said, we don't have nemaki, but what we can do for you is if you buy a yukata, we can sew it for you so that it already has the folds in it. So it'll basically already be nemaki. So because nemaki is just, they're like, technically speaking, it's pretty similar to a yukata, except like it's just already to length, so you don't have to fold it. So it will be nicer than a nemaki. You probably don't want to sleep in it, but we can sew it for you, and it'll be really, it'll make it like way more simple to put on. And I was like, You would do that for me? So they dressed me in this yukata, and I really liked it. It was really pretty, but I didn't like the feel of the fabric on my skin. And honestly, to me, it looked like cosplay. It looked like cosplay. So oh, my stomach is growling. So it looked like cosplay, and I saw one design that like looked more like the way that I wanted it to look, and I was like, do you have this one that I can like, can I get this one altered to be the way that you guys were talking about? And they said no. So unfortunately, this one, it only comes in this one size, and it's our last one, so we don't have additional fabric. So based on how we have to do the folds, if when we do it, it doesn't work. If you're Japanese, it won't look like, and you don't understand. Like the design of this, it looked like it looked like no yukata I've ever seen. Like it was like very like when you see a yukata or a kimono, they have like a really, really interesting, like amazing like pattern that looks handcrafted. It looked like a cosplay one that you would find online. Like the fabric looked like a printed fabric that you would buy rather than something that looked like it didn't look like a regular one, is basically what I mean. Like they had some really, really cool designs. It was still really pretty, don't get me wrong, but like it looked and felt more like a cosplay than like an actual cotton kimono. But it was still, or yukata, excuse me, but it was still, was it nice or trashy? It was nice, but again, I just felt like, I was like, this doesn't have the feeling that I want it to have, you know? So anyways, we end up going to like 4 different yukata stores, and none of them had a fabric that like I was super like into. Because like obviously it's also important to get something that like looks good with your skin tone, but then you also have to find a nice obi to go with it. So I felt bad for leaving the first place because they were super nice. They dressed me in the whole thing, and like they found an obi that looked really good, and then they got like the what's it called, the belt that goes around the obi, like the thinner one, and like they found a charm and everything, and it was so cute. It was so much fun. So I felt really bad not buying anything from there, but I was just like, I can feel that I don't like the quality of the fabric, so I know I'm not going to like ever want to wear this even in any situation. So then we go to this last place, and I can tell you, somehow I knew the moment I started talking to the girl that I was in the right place, because we told her every time we went into one of the stores, we told them first, do you have nemaki? And they'd all say no. This place, she was like, you want nemaki? And she pulls out a book. Okay, she pulled out a book, and I was like, oh my god. She pulled out a book, and she said, if you want nemaki, here's a catalog. You can order it from here. And I was like, I immediately, there was something about the fact that she sounded kind of done with me already that made me go, I'm buying here. So at this point, I was like, okay, so clearly if I come to like a good kimono shop, I can actually buy nemaki. They will have a nemaki catalog. So I need to not go to the more fashion ones in like department stores. So anyways, so I was talking to her, or my manager was, she'd come with, and she's like, oh, so she's looking for a nemaki, but what we're actually kind of hoping for, just because it might be easier than like ordering one, is if we can get yukata, like a proper yukata, but can we get it sewn? Can we get it sewn? And she literally looked at us, and she looked fucking horrified. And she was like, I mean, we can do that. We can do that. We can sew it for you. But do you really want to do that? Do you really want to do that? It's a waste. She was like, it's a waste. It's such a waste to buy a nice yukata from our store and then have it sewn. Just learn how to do it. It's so easy. So anyways, this one had so many more fabrics that I was immediately like, these look amazing. These are great. So we ended up finding one that I really, really liked. And yeah, exactly. This was the thing. She was being honest. And when I'm buying clothes, I freaking love people who are real with me and honest. And I could tell she was very passionate about it. So I was like, I trust this woman with my life. I'm going to still get it sewn the way that she's begging me not to, but I love her. So so she dresses me in this yukata very well, and she's like, the whole time in English. She was not speaking English, but she knew, she like, out of anger about the fact that I wanted to get it sewn to be adjusted, was like, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. She was like, look, you tie, and like, again, in English. She didn't speak English at any other point until she started putting the yukata on me. She's like, see, around, pull, pull, see, easy. Now here, you get the string, tie it around, fold, perfect, simple. You can do it at home. And I was sitting there and I was like, ma'am, you do this for a living. I've never done this before, and I probably won't have to do it pretty much ever. You don't understand, ma'am. If I lived here in Japan, maybe. But I'm going to maybe get to actually wear this like a few times. Please sew it for me because I will wear it more. Because here's the thing. My family, we actually have my parents are friends with a couple who is Japanese, and they live in hell too, obviously, but every now and again they go back to Japan. And my dad told them, they're like, she really loves Japan, like, could you bring her back something? And the wife was like, you know what I think Narissa would like? I think she'd like a kimono. So she buys me like a full actual, not a yukata, she buys me a full fucking kimono set. And it was for kids, so like it was a little bit cheaper, but like it wasn't like for like super young kid. So she just gave it to me and then left. And it came with a video on how to put on the kimono. I tried for so long, I could not get it. That shit is so difficult to put on by yourself. Like, I need someone to dress me. So when I found out that I was like, I can get the yukata sewn, I was like, that's what I'm doing. I'm not doing it any other way. If I can get it sewn, I'm going to get it sewn. Because I've tried it before and I can't figure it out. Yeah, it takes 15 minutes minimum to wear. Yeah, and that's for someone who knows what they're doing. It still takes them about 15 minutes to put them on, you know? So this lady was trying to show me. She's like, see, it's so easy. But I was like, trust me, it'll not be easy for me. But then, so I explained to her, I was like, look, I actually do want to wear it. So I know you say it's a bit of a waste, but like, you know, for me, trust me, it will make more sense long term for it to be sewn. And technically speaking, yeah, basically sewn, pre-assembled for easier wear. Yeah, it's what they do for actual like kids, like small kids kimono and yukata. They pre-sew it, so you basically just like buy it at the right length and you can like put it on really easily, because obviously kids are more fussy. They're not going to sit for you to dress them for like 15 minutes. So I ended up I knew that from the moment that she pulled out the catalog that I was going to be buying from this store. But she kept trying to, she was like, look, that's what kids do. Are you a kid? Do you want to be a kid? Because if you do that, you're just being like a kid, you know? You should learn how to do it. You should just learn how to do it. It was so funny. Yeah, she's like, oh, you want easy mode? What are you, a baby? She shamed me. And I was like, oh, I love this. It's so fun. I'm buying from her. Like, because again, it was so funny because I was at other stores with women who were so nice to me, dressed me in the kimono, were like, yes, of course we can sew it for you. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, of course, anything you want. And then this lady, she's like, I'm gonna do everything I can and shame you as much as I can to convince you that you are making a fucking mistake. She was like, she kept laughing at me, which which is what made it even funnier to me. Because she's like, and I was like, ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm really sorry, but I need it like this. Like, right up until the end, she was like, so you don't want to get it sewn, right? You've changed your mind, right? I've convinced you. And I was like, no, I'm sorry. And she was like, please. It's a waste, please. Yeah, so then I ended up like right when we were purchasing, so I got a really beautiful kimono. I got some geta, and or not kimono, excuse me, yukata. I got a very pretty yukata, and I got an obi. We went through like a lot of different designs. We sat them on top, and I was like, what one looks the best? And turns out it was a one that she picked out first. So she literally, we picked out the kimono, and then she just came over with this obi, and she's like, this one looks best with it. And she was right. Like, I was like, oh, I want to see other ones. But she was right. Why would it be a waste if she sewed it? Because of extra material? No, because technically speaking, if it's pre-sewn, it's not really being worn properly per se. So technically speaking, yukata are pretty adjustable. You can kind of adjust them to you. So I don't know why, but like apparently it's like she knows what's best. Look, she knew what was best, and I'm saying she's right. Yeah, that woman had to hate. I don't think she hated me. I'm sure she probably thought it was funny. It's like, this stupid foreigner comes into my shop. She wants to buy a yukata, and I try to convince her to do it like a normal person. But instead, she just decided she was gonna get it sewn anyway. Fucking weak. And honestly, if I gave her a funny story to tell, I am perfectly fine with that, because she was a blast. I'm gonna be the talk of her friend group. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It sounds more like passion. I definitely don't think she hated me, because she was laughing the whole time. And as I was leaving the store, she was laughing, and she's like, call them all point at me. She's pointing at me and saying, you're like a kid. You're like a kid, huh? But yeah, she was great, honestly. I genuinely got the biggest kick out of it. Yeah, she's gonna remember me forever, and I'm gonna remember her forever. So it's a win. She's right, actually. No, she is right. Like, honestly, I should eventually, but it's also because of how expensive they are that I'm like, yukata are not cheap. Like, it's not like you go in and they're like $10, $20 and then you go. Like, right? Like, they are expensive. I don't want to say how much I paid for everything that I got from the yukata store, but I will, I guess. It was probably about $500 for everything, because like it is actually like really amazing quality, because that's just something that's important to me, you know. Like it's something that's really important to me, is that like it is actually nice. So for me, like, that was really worth it. And I still technically didn't get everything you need, because I just got the yukata, the obi, and geta. So technically speaking, if the conversion rate was more like what it should be, it would have been way more than that. But thankfully, because the yen to USD is really in my favor. Yeah, I like something that lasts a long time, so quality comes into play. Me too, Liz. We're very similar in that way. Like, it has to be good quality, because if I get it, because again, that was my issue with the first store, is I was like, I like it, but it feels like cosplay fabric, which means I feel like it'll tear really easily. It's probably prosthetic, which means it's plastic anyway, and it doesn't like feel good on my skin, versus something cotton that's just gonna get better. But the only thing I'll say that like about like with the sewing that they put into it, technically speaking, it's just one polyester. Yeah, what did I say? Synthetic. Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Synthetic. Thank you. Yeah, the prosthetic fabric. The synthetic fabric, excuse me. I totally know English. But yeah, it would have been way more expensive, because technically speaking, if you directly convert it, which isn't proper, the yukata itself was $400. But when you actually convert what you think that, like, when you actually go and use the conversion, it's like it was way cheaper than that. It's way cheaper. So, but technically speaking, if it was more equal, like, it would be closer to probably like $380, $390. So they're, generally speaking, they're not meant to be cheap. It should have been more expensive than what I ended up paying. Yeah, exactly. 400, and that's including the alteration that I was getting done to it. But so I was paying for the premium experience of getting yelled at by a Japanese lady. Kimba, thank you for the soup. There's no shame in doing it wrong if you know you're wrong. But yeah, so I don't know. When it happened, I was so flabbergasted because I just thought it was the funniest thing ever. Like, I was like, this is the highlight of my day, going to this kimono shop and getting dragged by this very passionate Japanese lady. I was very charmed in that moment, to be honest. Yeah, the yukata was 400, but the experience was priceless. Exactly. So I had a great time, needless to say. Yeah, she was so serious. She was like, "You are going to learn. You're going to learn. You are going to learn." And I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm sorry." Actually, I'm not going to do that, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. And she's just sitting there crying like, "Please, I'll do anything. Please don't alter the kimono. Please, I'm begging you." Now I have a question for you guys. On the Uber Eats for eepy girls like me, how do you... I have a tab that views previously, like, order again. I'm looking for a place I ordered from, but it doesn't show everywhere I've ordered from. Is there any way for me to pull up every single place I've ordered from? Because I want to order from a place again, but I can't find it. And I literally just saw it yesterday. This is brought to you by Uber Eats. If they're currently closed, it might not show up. But yeah, but like, the desktop, I've never used it on desktop. Your email, I delete them. Order history, where can I go to my order history? Wait, that's smart. Okay, order history. How do I do that? Orders, okay. You guys might be geniuses. This might be... Okay, there it is. View store. Yes, okay, they're just not open yet, but I need to heart them because I really like their food and I'm going to order from them again today when they open. Doesn't your email only perma-delete after 38 days? So I will send things to the recycling bin and then I will go to the recycling bin and then I will delete everything in the recycling bin. See, they closed. Okay, you were right. I'm sorry. I did the same thing when I was in Japan. I still have my heart of places. Look, when you find a good place, you just need to eat there. You just need to eat there again. Because I'll be honest, there's one place I ate that I was really actually disappointed because it ruined it for me for the whole time. I can't order from there again because it was such a traumatizing experience for me. So I ordered this food and it was just like a beef bowl. Okay, it was a simple, easy beef bowl. Upon opening it, right on top, not even mixed in, right on top was a thick black hair. It was a thick black hair. And it would have been one thing if it was short. It was short, so it wasn't mine. And it was there as soon as I opened it. So for me, I'm not usually too like annoyed when I find food or like hair in my food. Like it does kind of gross me out a little bit, but usually at that point I stop eating. But this, I had freshly opened it, you know? I'd freshly opened my beef bowl and there was a piece of hair on top, but I paid for this, right? So I pulled the hair out because I was like, it's just sitting on top, it's fine. It's just sitting on top, it's fine. It's probably just like some short-haired grandma's hair, you know? Like it was like maybe like 4 inches long. Like it wasn't too long. So, but I was like, how do you miss that? It's right on top. How do you go to seal this? Because it was in the rice portion, which was separated from the meat portion. So I was like, how do you go to seal white rice and not notice the big long black hair that was added. And some things, it's same with like when I get acne, once I notice it, I start to feel it and I can feel it festering, you know? So like I want to die then, and like I need to like pop it. Like I can't do it, okay? So it's the same with like, even though I know that it's just hair, they probably washed their hair this morning. It's probably clean. It's not as gross as it seems, you know, generally speaking. It's not like I ate it. It was just sitting on top of rice. It wasn't even mixed in. I threw it out and it wasn't a big deal. Something about it, as I was eating it, I was so disgusted. I was so disgusted. I wanted to throw up the whole time. And I regretted eating it after. And because I just can't stop thinking about the fact that from the moment I opened it, there was hair in it. You know? Extra protein? Don't say that shit to me. Extra protein, my ass. So I've been traumatized. I've been traumatized since that moment, okay? Poor Wisa. Throw up. No, I'm not gonna throw up. I'm fine, okay? I'm fine. Okay, what do I want to order from this place? I worked so hard to find them, but what do I actually want? Oh, God, I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. I'm so freaking hungry. I can't read Japanese. Everything's in Japanese on this app. I can't read it. I can't read Japanese, man. I don't have to choose a salad. Sorry, guys. I'm putting in my order now because I can order it and then they will deliver it after. Do I want green tea? I do want some green tea now that you mention it. Okay, that's probably fine. I want to see if they have any dumplings because I've also been craving dumplings. I really like dumplings and I need them. I need them so badly. I don't remember this place had dumplings, but I thought they did. But now that I'm looking, they don't have them. And now I'm going to start crying. If I want dumplings, I'm going to have to order them separately. Dumplings are nice. I fucking love dumplings, man. I'm just, you know, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm chill. I'm chill. I'm fine. I'm okay. They have spicy potatoes. Fried or steamed? Honestly, I feel like in different contexts. It depends. Because the context will change my answer. You know what I mean? Because I might enjoy... What were we talking about? Oh, dumplings. Sometimes I definitely enjoy having... like 100%, like I'm super into the idea of like that, you know, whatever that means, whatever I'm trying to say. So sometimes I really need them to be the way that I want them to be, you know, like sometimes I really want the like kind of more chewy like feeling of a... I need to put my phone down. Sorry, I can't form a thought because I'm looking at food. Sometimes I need the dumpling to be wet. And in that case, then I need it steamed, okay? Sometimes I just like that more chewy kind of wet flavor of a gyoza that has been steamed or a dumpling that has been steamed, okay? If I want a more crispy feeling, then obviously like, because sometimes I just need a little crisp. I need a little crunch, you know? Then I'm going to want it to have been fried, okay? It's different. So it's like different strokes for different situations. Sometimes that's going to be really good. Sometimes I'm going to need something a little different, you know? This place is good too. Maybe I'll order from here, but they don't open until way later. Yeah, why? They only really have pancakes anyway. I don't really feel like a pancake. I don't really feel like eating pancakes right now. That doesn't appeal to me at this specific moment. I want meat. I want meat. 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 Food. Glorious food. Liz is still here? Good. I love her. How about a jumbo muffin? Bro, I can't eat jumbo muffins. I'm not gonna lie. I think they're a waste. Because I used to be really, really into jumbo muffins, okay? Like, really into them. Oh my god, this is so funny. I'm literally ordering the same. I have the same exact thing in my cart for this store that I ordered before. What's wrong with me? What's the matter with me? Am I fine? Am I okay? Am I good? Just in order. Yeah, just in order. I came to the same conclusions that I did the last time I looked at it. Amazing. It happens. Look, all I remember is it was really, really good. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, I switched to a different mic. So I have my Shure SM7B. I'm using a different Shure. I don't know what one this is. Once we get home, we'll be back to our regular mic, but... yeah. Ah, jump scare, jump scare. Hello. Does this sound like I'm really close to the microphone? I've taken off. That's a pop filter. And now I'm directly on the microphone. The bear with no protection microphone. My mouth is on it. Bump into the mic. I did it a few times just for you. Yeah, I don't know what that sounds like. Honestly, I imagine it probably doesn't sound super great, but it's fine. But yeah, I know once the 3D comes out, everything will be worth it and everything will be good. Everything will be great. So please keep waiting for me. But yeah, I thought you guys might enjoy a little bit of chatting, just regular chatting about what's been going on, rather than me having to talk about, you know, other things because I can't talk about anything. So since I was like, oh, I can talk about these things now, I wanted to talk about them with you. For news, I don't know if I'm gonna have a schedule again this week because honestly making them really stresses me out. So I'm gonna give you the rundown of our schedule, okay? I'm not gonna end stream right away either, so don't feel like you have to leave. Tomorrow, I don't know if CC has released her schedule, so actually I'm not 100% sure if this is happening. I need to message her and clarify. Let me look at Cecilia's Twitter. Does she have a schedule out? No. Yeah, she doesn't have it out yet. Me and her are collaborating on what will be Monday, but Tuesday JST. So Tuesday morning JST. So that should be Monday on most of your schedules. But tomorrow, Advent is having a collaboration. It's going to be a lot of fun. I forget whose channel it's on, probably Shiori's. Please look forward to it. It's going to be a blast. I'm really excited for tomorrow for our collaboration. Then the day after, it's going to be a collaboration with Cece. On the 31st, JST, which is the 30th. I know that's not my proper anniversary date, but we will be doing an anniversary stream. As I've already been mentioning, I feel kind of limited in what I can do. So, but it's finally 1 year. Maybe I'll react to my debut. Probably I'll react to my debut or something like that. Just keep it real simple because really it's just about spending time with you guys and kind of reflecting on the year that we've had. So that's probably going to be what we'll be up to. So I hope you will look forward to that. Obviously, there will be an announcement at some point in that anniversary stream. So please do come by. The Advent Club tomorrow is at noon JST. So I don't know what time, but like currently whatever time it is right now CST, it'll be in about an hour from then. Tomorrow, about an hour from now, is when the Advent collaboration is tomorrow. So there's some other stuff planned. I think the day after my 1-year anniversary, I'm going to be doing a member stream. So we'll just be catching up a little bit and chatting. So please do look forward to that. Liz spotted. I know. Liz just wants to hang out with me so bad today. I get it. I like her too. I also want to hang out. Liz, we love you. Chew. But yeah. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a fun week. So definitely look forward to it. Sorry again that there probably won't be a physical schedule. I promise that like once I'm back home and have had a little bit of time to settle back in, we'll be back to schedules. But honestly, it's probably no surprise that like graphic design and stuff is not my strong suit. My thumbnails are interesting at best. They're interesting. They're interesting. But I think making my schedule currently because it kind of involves some design and also like time conversion gives me a lot of anxiety right now. So I'm really sorry that I can't seem to do it. Once I get back and I don't have to worry and I don't have to think about it, it'll be great. It'll be great, okay? It'll be great. We'll be back on normal schedule, normal things. So for now, we'll just keep doing our best, keep on keeping on, and I'll keep doing my best for you. Soon, things will be back to normal. I can't wait to play more OSRS 2. I think I've already mentioned this, but we managed to hit our magic level goal of 85, so I can finally use the shadow you guys gave me. And honestly, I cannot wait. So I miss it. I haven't even gotten to like solo play for a bit because I've been so busy. So I'm really looking forward to getting to play more. Probably, I don't know if we'll get to play it for a while, but probably after I get back home. So sometime after my 3D, we can probably go through and hopefully do some more runescaping. We can rune the scape together because I would really like to do that. That would make me very happy. So I'm hoping soon we'll be back to our regular planning. I also really want to play through. I've been having an urge to play a Mario game that I really like. So maybe we'll start having my Nintendo arc. Who knows? I'm feeling like there's not really any new games that are interesting me too much, but I'm really like longing for games from my childhood, like Mario, Zelda, Sonic, and I've been thinking about them a lot. So I think we might go play some Nintendo games when I get home. Mario Kart. No, I mean like one of the mainline Mario games, like Super Mario Sunshine is specifically the one I'm thinking about, but I'm also stuck on that in 64. Congrats on 1 million for saying my name. Thank you! Seriously, thank you guys so much for getting it to 1 million. It was my first song. I worked really hard on it, so it makes me happy that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you'll keep listening to it. I hope you'll keep listening on streaming services too. Now for 2 million. I hope someday. I'll do my best to make more quality music for you guys in the future too. So please look forward to the things that I am doing. But yeah. Thank you guys again so much for being here and for showing up today. And for continuing to support me and for being around. Again, I'm sorry for being like sappy and clingy lately, but I guess it's like, I don't know. I really cherish you guys. So I since we haven't been able to spend as much time together, I'm like I'm like sad. I'm like, I just miss you guys. So I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful to have you guys. But anyways, that's not the point. That's not the point. We're going to go ahead. We're going to raid into Fuamoko because Fuamoko is, they're streaming a Mario game. And because of the fact that I am longing to play a Mario game, they're playing Super Mario World Endurance. I think they're playing until they beat the game. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, Dead Weight Nero, thank you very much for the Akasupa. It's a joy to hear that you've been having a great time in Japan, especially with your friends. Thank you for sharing the fruits of your labor with us, and it's been such a treat. Wishing you all the best as you keep on keeping on. Nothing but love, Mamacita Risa. Thank you. Gyanlu, thank you very much for the pinky. Do your best, always cheering for you. Thank you. Siege, thank you for the supa. I'll keep doing my best for you guys, so please keep cheering on your weird, funny raven demon music lady. And soon I will return home for you, and we can be back. Everything can be back to normal, except I will have a 3D model. I'm really excited to share everything with you that I've been working so hard on. So please keep your eyes open, jailbirds. All right, okay, I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna say goodbye for real. The Great Billy Mays, thank you for the supa. Let's go say hello to Fuamoko and support them in their endurance stream today. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, darlings.